on, it's loading. It's thinking. It is right after Clash at the Castle 2024, and this is your review. I am Virgil. I am here with Coach Big Daddy C, and we got some stuff for wrestling to talk about with you. But first, that intro. Welcome to your review of the Clash at the Castle 2024. I can't lie to you guys. I wanted to call it Clash of Champions like 15 different times. So if I mess up and say Clash of Champions, please correct me. It's all good. But yes, welcome to your official Clash at the Castle 2024. Super excited to be here. Super excited to be here with all of you, our listeners, anybody that's viewing out there right now or will view later on. Thank you. Appreciate you. If you have not already, listen, I need you to do something for me. I need you to make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast channel. Those of you viewing us on Facebook, make sure that you guys also like, subscribe. All of those of you that are listening on Spotify, or all of you that are watching us on X right now. We appreciate everyone that may be watching this live or watch this recorded. So we appreciate you guys. We're looking forward to talking sports, talking pro wrestling with you. And yeah, so fellas, how you doing, Coach Big Daddy C?
Hey, doing well. I think a pretty successful PLE over in Scotland, and can't wait to dive in with it.
Yeah.
And C left us again.
And he's going again. Happens quite often.
My doorbell rang. I'm sorry.
That happens quite often on the podcast for our new viewers, which also is one of the things that I would like to announce before we get started with the actual PLE. Thank you guys so much. We are now up to 1,500 subscribers on our channel. 1,500 subscribers. So we appreciate you guys so much. Keep us rolling. Keep it going. Like, share, subscribe to the podcast. We are moving ahead, full speed ahead, Coach.
Whoa, wow, I was not expecting that number.
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
that's awesome.
So we are moving our goal. We are moving along. We are at 1,500 subscribers now. We are trying to get to 2,000 subs here, let's say by SummerSlam. I mean, why not shoot for the moon? Like I said, we had the goal of getting to 1K by the end of the year, and we have surpassed that goal. So thank you all so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If this is your first time viewing us, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe to pod, and share with everybody that you know that loves wrestling, because we're just a bunch of guys that just love talking wrestling. So yeah.
You know, I saw on the crawl there it says 2,000, and I read that the first time. I was like, oh well, man, it's worth a shot. We just need to start getting some viewers, and then you say that, and I'm like, hey, this is doable now.
Yes. Yeah, no, 2,000 is definitely very attainable with our number being at 1,500 right now. So we're going to steadily grow from there. See, you missed the announcement, my big announcement. We are at 1,500 subscribers as of this morning. And yeah, man, it's a big accomplishment. And a testament to the hard work I think that we all put into this pod. So thank you guys for being faithful to the pod. Yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's talk some Clash at the Castle PLE. This pay-per-view kicks off with the Universal WWE Championship match, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in an I Quit match. Obviously, from the get-go, this is an overseas crowd, so they're automatically going to bring the energy. It was fire at SmackDown last night, so you knew the energy was going to be up today. Everybody was excited about this pay-per-view. Like I said, this match is the starter match, which is weird, but you also kind of knew that they were going to start with Cody Rhodes and AJ, seeing as Drew was fighting for the world title, and I figured the world title would close the show. Fellas, this match started off with a lot of offense from Cody Rhodes, backwards and forwards. Like I said, and they immediately got out the ring, went into the stands, went into the stadium hallways before the action returns back to the ring. And like I said, they were kind of all over the place with this match. It was definitely a drag 'em out brawl. What are some of the highlights of the match that you guys enjoyed or thought were really good?
Well, going off of what you just said, when they were going into the hallways, I mean, they were in the gorilla backstage pretty much, and I thought it was funny that the workers there, they're still watching it on screen, making sure everything looks good when it's literally happening right in front of them. So I kind of thought that was kind of funny. But the spot that I thought was perfectly executed was when Styles was going for the phenomenal forearm,
man,
with the chain wrapped around. He gets ready. Cody chucks the chair. He falls perfectly right onto the table and breaks it. I'm like, that was beautiful. Beautiful spot right there.
Good spot. Real good spot. What about you, C? Was that
for me, that was
what were your moments?
Touch on what Coach said. That was my favorite moment from the match. I had to rewind it a couple of times because I was like, man, that was perfectly executed. like he couldn't, because it could have ended bad. AJ could have went over the table. Like, anyway, I feel like but he still made it. He still made the best of it. For what it's worth. That speaks to the athleticism of AJ, being able to know where he's at and which spots that they're at. But for the most part, another great match put on by these two. I did like the moment where Cody's mom slapped AJ like 4 times, and then he went and grabbed the chair, and the announcer's team just going crazy like, AJ, what the hell you doing? What? No, don't do it. Don't do it. and then he ended up going back in the ring, focus on Cody. I was like, ain't no way in hell he finna hit this woman with a chair, bro. I'm like, y'all funny. Y'all just did that for shock value.
Right.
But yeah. So but no, I love the match. I was shocked that at first when I saw that that was the leading match, I was like, whoa, like what? And then I thought about it all. It was like, nah, Drew headlining this whole thing.
Yeah.
I was like, ain't no way he going on he's main eventing this pay-per-view. So
for sure.
Like, okay. Mm-hmm. But I thought it could at least been the second to last match. I didn't think it was gonna lead off. But I guess you want to get a crowd something to, start off with, like, that's good, and so
I had to I have to laugh because have you guys ever noticed that they always start off with Becky Lynch at the foreign pay-per-views, like at the overseas pay-per-views? It's always Becky Lynch to start every single one. It's like they do the intro, and Michael Cole's like, "Welcome to Irish Scotland," and da 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 da. And we're kicking things off with the Women's World Championship match. It's always that way, always, dude. I don't know why, but with her taking some time off, I mean, like I said, they have to find somebody else, which. This match, while yes, important, and yes, it's good for Cody Rhodes to get some more title defenses underneath his belt to shut up the AEW fans. Like I said, I think it's also good to start on a high note. I mean, like I said, and get right to the action, and they got down to business. It was a good match. So going through, Rhodes lands to end the match. This is how it ended. Rhodes lands 3 crossroads. He handcuffs Styles to the ropes. And like I said, he just begins to beat the crap out of him with a chair. And Styles still refuses to quit, and then AJ brings in the steel steps into the rings, and Styles realized at that moment, like, oh crap, it's finna get real ugly. And then he quits. And then Cody obviously retains the title because he got AJ to say, I quit. Now, I am a fan. The very first I Quit match I ever saw was Mankind versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble. So for me, that's my introduction into I Quit matches. Did this match live up to that standard? No. But Mankind also never actually said I quit. The Rock was just cunning and Shane McMahon recorded him earlier in the night saying I quit when he wrote his poem and whatnot. But I mean, again, just the brutality. When you go to I quit, there needs to be some type of stipulation. Like AJ would have to quit SmackDown. Or AJ has to, do something if he says I quit, or obviously, and then if AJ wins, then he gets. There should have been some stipulation behind the stipulation because
I think even without I feel like there's a stipulation without it being a known stipulation. I feel like normally with the I Quit match, that is the end all be all of the rivalry. That is
as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like it's like with Hell in a Cell, like
it's a bookend.
It's the end. Yes.
Yeah.
And so like I always felt like it doesn't have to result in somebody getting fired or something like that, like or on screen, I guess, but like just remaining like this is it for you. There's no more fighting between us unless you earn your shot. Ain't no givesies, none of that, no freebies. Like you got to earn it the next time we face off, and I'm the champion. So I always felt like with I Quit match, it doesn't always have to be stipulated because really it signals the end of the rivalry itself.
Or just let it be known, like, hey AJ, this is your last shot.
Yeah.
We move on from here. Like I said, because which I will get to a little bit later on in this segment, but for AJ, the rumor mill is out that TNA and WWE are planning a pay-per-view event together. That they're going to do together here in the near future. So with that being said, AJ is going to be pretty busy because I know he's going to be working in between both promotions, and I know that it's going to be
beautiful,
fire. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm so happy with this partnership. This is just going to be great.
Bring back some of the old TNA guys to. I hate that Joe is in AEW right now, man. Right.
Right.
Him and Christopher, what was it? No, Christopher Daniels. I think he's back in TNA. I think.
He's still in AEW.
No, he's still AEW.
Damn. I wish them two were not in AEW right now, man.
I personally wish Jeff Jarrett wasn't in AEW right now because I mean if you're gonna do anything.
Is he still with them?
Yes, unfortunately. If you're gonna do any WWE versus TNA thing, the story writes itself. Jeff Jarrett gets a band of renegades to go up against the WWE guys. It writes itself. It's perfect.
He created
exactly.
TNA.
I mean, created TNA to be the alternate brand to WWE when WWE was coming out of its heyday, out of what I call the golden age, the Attitude Era. And they were moving into Ruthless Aggression era. TNA was created as an alternative to that because there was guys that WWE just ended their contracts and after they bought WCW. That's getting into a whole nother wormhole. Sorry guys, we're nerds.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be what I think is gonna start taking up some time for AJ. So we won't see AJ around for a while. But Cody Rhodes walking up the ramp, gets attacked by the Bloodline, looks to his side, sees Solo Sikoa. Solo's eyeing him down, and then of course, Tama Tonga and Tungaloa comes out, and they just start beating them up from behind. Obviously, that incites Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and they come out to help Cody Rhodes. And obviously, like I said, they stand and pose at the entrance to the aisleway together. But there's a shot at the end of the PLE that they showed, and it's Randy Orton holding up Cody Rhodes' hand and staring a dagger through that WWE championship. So this is what we've been talking about for weeks now. If you've been following the pod, this is what we're ready for. We're ready for this. We like I said, this should take Cody probably into the fall, feuding with Orton. I mean, like I said, and I know Orton's got to earn his way to get a WWE championship match. or he can come out and challenge Cody as a gentleman. But they're gonna have about a 3 to 4 match set probably together between the two of them, and they got to go through it. And it's gonna be some pains. And I mean, like I said, but it's gonna be something that I think in the end is gonna make Cody look better. And obviously, Randy makes everybody good that makes everybody look good that he works with. But Randy Orton might come out of this heel again, just complete heel. So I don't know. We'll see.
As long as it results in him bringing back the punt full time, I'm good with that.
Ooh, the punt.
You got to bring back the punt, man, because when you think about that, Cody he was in that mix when Orton was still, when he was just like really like punting everybody like it was nobody's business.
Punting everybody, yep.
Cody was there for it all, so it's only right that Orton brings it back. You know,
that's true. That's true.
I said this. Okay. I said this last week.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Last week about the hangover effect with Cody winning at Mania. I think this was the match that everyone would say, like, okay, we're back on track like we were before Mania and at Mania with it. I think this was good, and I loved at the end that even though Cody had already won the match, that he still threw the steel steps at AJ.
Take a break, AJ. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's like he's showing that he can, that down and dirty side that people have been saying, like, oh, he doesn't have it because he's too politician-y, or that's all he is to be the face of the company. But I think that's what's going to bring people back into his reign, which I thought was excellently executed today. Agreed.
1,000% agreed. I think Cody today showed that he can't be down and dirty. Listen, if you look at, and I know people watch other podcasts outside of this one. If you listen to the guys on Busted Open, they said Cody Rhodes gives you heel vibes, like maniacal heel vibes. Like I know that he gave away his face mask from when Rey Mysterio broke his nose, but I still know that there's a maniacal mind in there. And like I said, there's gonna come a time where this American Nightmare is gonna get stale as a face, and he's going to have to turn heel, and he's going to get real down and dirty then. I can't wait to see that side of Cody. I'm enjoying the face title run, but eventually he's going to have to turn heel, and he's going to have to be that a-hole douchebag bad guy that we know he can be. And it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be something different. You just got to have the right face for him to.
He did it in New Japan. I think he did it in ROH or New Japan when he was with the Bullet Club. I think that's when he first started doing the blonde hair and whatever. So I think if he can bring that back, oh yeah, that's gonna be must see. It probably won't be until Raw. Well, once they get the Netflix deal, and then I think SmackDown will eventually get it as well, whenever that time comes. So
it'll be good. So moving right along, we have the triple threat match for the women's tag team championships. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are the champions. They go up against Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, and versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So is it Isla or Isla? I mess that up every time. Isla Dawn. I thought it was Isla.
Okay.
So yeah, early on in this match, we see the champions showcasing all their power. I mean, they're just running through these teams, running through through all four of these ladies, kicking their butts. And so then we see from there, it grows into the Stark and Fire and and the other two teams start ganging up on Belair and Cargill, because obviously that's smart. It makes sense. If they're bigger and stronger than you, then you need to make sure that you beat them down together. Then you can have a regular tag team match. So that was pretty much the premise of the match. They tried to do that, and they basically tried to keep them two from helping each other as a tag team. What did you guys see from this match? What were the moments that stuck out to you the most outside of Jade's was that really okay? My only question is that a planned botch, or was that like a actual botch? I don't know, but you guys go ahead. Take it away.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a planned botch or not, but I'll give her credit for recovering either way. Thought she did a great job there. I was kind of shocked, but not shocked. I know we had talked about this was probably going to be the result that Dawn and Fire would probably win the titles in Scotland by pinning Baszler or Stark. I just didn't think they would actually pull the trigger on it. So I guess I was still kind of surprised. I was surprised in that aspect. Yeah. But what I was watching was when the pin was happening, you could see Bianca trying to come in and break up the tag, but Jade was still kind of rolling out of the ring and prevented her from getting to break up the tag. So
that's a good catch because I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's what's going to start that rift between Bianca and Jade, and that rivalry is going to be starting sooner than we think. And I think that's going to be kind of the point of Bianca's going to be mad. Like I was there to save us, but you didn't, but you prevented me from doing that. I think that's, again, beautiful execution on that part of the match. Everything else as a whole in the match, it was just kind of if I'm being honest.
Come on now. I thought for the most part it was an entertaining match. I think that there are people that you want to see Jade Cargill get in the ring with, especially the more experience she gets. And I think Shayna Baszler is definitely one of those people that I would love to see those two have a match together. I think that it would be very, very good for them if they have a match together. Obviously, like I said, Shayna is a believable challenger to Jade that you believe that they can actually go out there and have a good match, especially with Shayna and what her MMA background and, you know, styles make fights and everything like that. So I think those two could have a great match together. Obviously the money is Bianca versus Jade. Problem is, when do you do it? So like, do you do it SummerSlam, or is Triple H going to be greedy and hold us off until WrestleMania?
No, SummerSlam. Like I miss the days where SummerSlam was also the other pay-per-view for big matches, like once in a lifetime type matches, first time ever type matches. You know, I remember when Cena faced off against Batista, like for the first time, like you know,
and there wasn't even no titles on the line for that. That was just them two fighting.
Exactly, and that was one of the big matches on the card, if not the big match on the card. And so I miss those days, you know, even whenever they would bring back Brock to go against somebody at SummerSlam, or he would be the one returning, like things like that. Like, you know, I miss those days. So I feel like it doesn't always have to be WrestleMania that you can save these big once in a lifetime matches for. Like SummerSlam used to be one of those pay-per-views. It's one of the big four for a reason. Like, so to get back to having those big four pay-per-views be like, you know, the showcase for like those big A-list star matches, like we need those back. So we don't have to wait until Mania for Bianca and Jade. I'm like, if they decide to run it back again, like going into WrestleMania, I'll be cool with that. But you know, for right now, we can at least get us a head start on it, and then if they do the rivalry, they chill out for a little bit, and then kick it back into gear back in January. That's cool, but we ain't gotta wait till Mania. Let's get it going now.
I think that I can agree with that. I think the seeds will be planted real deep.
Plant the seeds now,
Add Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
I think they both will qualify for Money in the Bank, and I think that they'll end up fighting each other.
You think they'll both be in the match? Okay,
I think they're both going to be in the match. If I were booking, I would book them both in the match. You can have them main event. They're big enough names to main event a SmackDown and lose again. And then you have them bump heads in Money in the Bank. And then from Money in the Bank, then it needs to go into, okay, now we have to figure out exactly what we're going to do, because, hey, I mean, you kind of in my way. Hey, I'm kind of in your way. Okay, neither one of us won Money in the Bank. Do we go after the tag titles again, or do we have a singles match at SummerSlam? And also to my second point to your SummerSlam thing, 2026 will be a big SummerSlam year. I think, like I said, they're hyping up the fact that SummerSlam is moving it to 2 nights. And like I said, don't be surprised, Royal Rumble, maybe, and Survivor Series too, which I don't know how you do Royal Rumble 2 nights when the biggest part is Royal Rumble. But I mean, it just wouldn't surprise me.
Do the women's,
the women's one night, the men's one night.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's nuts. So, but yeah, so obviously, shout out to the champs, to the new champs. Like I said, it was good. This is the only match of the night that Scotland won. So, like I said, so a little spoiler alert for you there, but that's the only match, the only Scottish superstars that won their match tonight. So, good for those ladies. Like I said, they're making a name for themselves. Bianca and Jade are too big for the women's tag team titles. It's a nice accomplishment. It'll be a good throwback to always say, hey, remember when they were tag team champions together? But and for what it's worth, they elevated the titles even in the short time that they've had them, because I can care less about those belts before they had them. And now I actually think that we're going to start seeing specific women tag teams go after those belts. If he can book it right, if Triple H can book it right, they should have specific women tag teams now that start going after those belts. And we'll just see. We'll just see what happens. So, moving right along. Oh, sorry, my notes. Now we are going to talk about the Intercontinental Championship match, Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. And a side note to start, Chad Gable has re-signed with WWE. He is going to be around for a while. Kudos to Triple H. Kudos to Chad Gable. Kudos to whoever helped get that deal done. I did not want to see Chad go anywhere else. I think that it's important that they keep him. He'll be an important cog here in the future. And I mean, I forgot that Chad Gable was actually a Performance Center a wrestler first, like that Alpha not Alpha Academy. What was the first group he was with Jason Jordan?
Oh crap! What was that?
American Alpha. Alpha was his first go around, and he, like I said, he was at the Performance Center doing that when he had long hair. And like I said, I forget just how long Chad Gable has been a part of WWE. But in Chad Gable's statement with a podcast in Scotland he did this morning, he told them that he believes in Triple H and he believes in the vision Triple H has for him as a performer. And that's huge. That speaks volumes when your wrestlers aren't just staying because the money's good and because they're feeding you steaks every night and everything like that, but they actually know you're going to actually put forth an effort to book them to be superstars, and they enjoyed where you're trying to take their career, and they felt heard and listened to. So it's a lot of people that are backing Triple H and loving where he's taking this company. So that's just a side note. So yeah, kudos to Chad Gable for re-signing. However, he did not have such good luck tonight, when he went ahead and had his match with Sami Zayn. Obviously, Chad Gable starts the match on fire, taking out all his aggression on Sami Zayn and everything like that, giving him submissions and combo moves and everything like that. Chad comes out with Otis and Maxine Dupree, which I enjoyed the way Samantha Irvin said Maxine Dupree's name, because it's a throwback to Max Dupree, who we also now know as LA Knight. But yeah, it just, Sami Zayn has a type of match, and follow me here with this. I think you guys can agree with me. He has a type of match. It's basically, I'm going to get my ass kicked for like the first 20 minutes of the match, and then at the end, I'm going to come somehow like get their legs shaking and get some type of offense going, and then, like I said, hit you with a haluva kick, and then boom, it's over. In this match, Chad Gable pretty much ran the table on this match. He beat that boy from pillar to post in this match. And then, like I said, when he just couldn't put Sami down, you would have thought Sami Zayn was Matt Hardy, because he just would not die in this match. And literally it just got to a point.
Unless it's Edge, he will die. Lita is involved. Oh, boy.
Anyways, yeah. So no, but like I said, Sami Zayn would not die in this match, and finally, like I said, it was a couple run-ins with Otis and one run-in with Maxine. And remember, Chad Gable just keeps talking to them too about, hey, stick to the plan, stick to the plan, stick to the plan. And obviously, it comes to the point where he expects. He even handed the Intercontinental Championship to Maxine, distracts the ref, and she's supposed to hit Sami Zayn with the belt, and she opts not to. There's another moment where, like I said, where she's hurt in the corner, and Otis has to make the decision on what to do. Is he to get in the ring and to help? Is he to help Chad Gable, or is he to pick up Maxine? Obviously, finally, he chooses to pick Maxine and picks her up and starts carrying her down the aisleway. As he does so, Gable turns over into a haluva kick, and bam, 1, 2, 3. The match is over. At the end of the match, you gotta look at Chad Gable's face, because if he was bald, I would have swore he was Kurt Angle. What did you guys think?
I mean, he's going for full perk here on Monday. I can feel it.
I almost choked on my water. Okay, but who's gonna be more irate, Chad Gable or Drew McIntyre?
Oh,
Drew.
It's gonna be such a good Monday.
Drew.
Yeah, wrestling this week in general, guys. I'm telling you, from TNA to AEW to all three WWE shows, it's gonna be must see. I can't wait to see that battle royal on Tuesday night to see who faces Trick Williams next. But just wrestling this week is gonna be really good. Really, really interested to see all week's wrestling.
Drew might mess around and get arrested like Austin did back in.
That could very well happen.
Drew's going to jail. He's going to jail.
No, but what did you guys think of this match between Zayn and Gable?
I thought it was a good match. I believe that this is not the end between these two. I think, like Coach said, we might see Per Gable. I think he's pretty much gonna force Sami yet again for another chance, for another title shot. Like, I know Sami did the Vince Carter. It's over. but I think he probably is going. I think he's going to ditch those two, Maxine and Otis, and we might finally see him and the I keep forgetting their tag team name, the Creed Brothers.
Creed Brothers.
Yeah, I think we would finally see those two unite, or those three unite. And I think he'll get to a chance. I think he's going to do enough to where Sami's I gotta put an end to this once and for all. So I think we got one more match between these two, and I think it's going to be at Money in the Bank.
Oh my gosh, is his name Christian Cage or what? I just need one more
shot, one more match. I don't think it's going to be a regular match. I feel like if
it shouldn't be.
No,
and it should happen on Monday Night Raw. I know that we're literally 3 weeks away from 4th of July and weekend, and that they're going to be in Toronto that Sunday for Money in the Bank. But do it on Raw. It will make a very good main event.
Should Sami drop it this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I was thinking you don't want to have somebody get re-signed and then they end up losing for a third time. Like,
okay, so then here's my next question to you.
Yeah.
What dastardly thing do you think Chad Gable will do to try to get that title shot? Because I have an idea. I know what he's gonna do. This is why it's called the We Book It podcast. Because I promise y'all, I'm booking this. I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Okay. Well, all right. What do you think?
Well, let me take a guess real quick.
Go
ahead.
Something to either Otis or Maxine to where Sami's going to have to step in. What it is, I have no idea. So I'll let you take it from there, Virgil.
So my guess on what's going to happen is Otis and Chad Gable are going to end up having a match, and Otis is going to beat Chad Gable is going to beat Otis. Maxine is going to be in the ring checking on Otis after the match, and Chad Gable, because she's hurt. Chad Gable is going to grab a microphone and a chair and step on her leg and threaten to smash her leg to smithereens if he doesn't get another IC championship match.
Mm-hmm.
Or I didn't think he was gonna go that far. I thought she was about to say put her in the ankle lock and do the Kurt Angle the little Kurt Angle the little vice lock when he fall down on it. Lock it up. Hey, he could do that too. Put her in the ankle lock, man. Snap her ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, break it for real.
Hey, also shout out real quick to everybody that's watching right now. We got viewers watching live, so we appreciate you guys for watching the show live. If you guys have any comments, any questions, any thoughts, please go ahead and leave them below. Also for anybody that is watching this afterwards, because it will be uploaded to our YouTube and stuff like that, you guys can also feel free to leave comments as well. We appreciate you guys for tuning in live. This is your 2024 Clash at the Castle review show, so we appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching live with your boys, hanging out with us on a Saturday night, talking some wrestling. Our next match, we had the women's championship match, Bayley versus Piper Niven. Piper Niven is so beautiful to me, and I know a lot of people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
No, I'm with you on that one.
She's very beautiful. Like, she's very easy on the eyes. Very, very easy. Okay. see my man. see my man, but this means he always have problems because we have the same taste in women for the most part.
Man,
for real, man.
I saw the beauty there when she was on NXT UK, so I've been on the train for a minute. So in this match, obviously, Piper's gonna go over. She is in her home country, and she is there to potentially win the WWE Women's Championship. This match is a lot about Piper showing what she can do in the ring. It's another one of those David and Goliath type matches. Bayley doesn't mount much offense for a while. Chelsea Green obviously does something stupid and gets kicked out of the match. And then, like I said, and then it becomes a one-on-one fight between the two. Bayley shows some fight, like I said, and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like I said, this match wasn't for Piper to necessarily win the championship. Bayley retains. Spoiler alert. But this match wasn't for Piper to win. This was for Piper to show she is a competitor. I'm telling you guys, mid-card women's championships are coming, and people like Piper Niven are going to have their shot at titles like those. Like I said, I mean, whether it's one Intercontinental Championship or a European Women's Championship or something like that, whatever the case may be, there is a mid-card championship coming to the main roster. And people like Piper are going to be vying for that title. They will not, like I said, because, I mean, you can't put her, make her a WWE champion or a women's world champion. But you can definitely put a women's secondary title on her and let her just plow through everybody with it. So, and obviously Bayley had to win because Bayley has to face an even bigger giant in Nia Jax at I meant that in a nice way too, but you know, sorry, see, but yeah, and you know how I feel about Nia Jax, but like I said, but she has to, I did that because I don't want to think about the match that is coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. SummerSlam.
I was like, I will see Nia Jax. I don't want to see her win this shit, man, but I know it's gonna happen, man.
Bro, she gonna win it, but she immediately gonna drop it.
Oh, because somebody gonna cash in.
Somebody's gonna cash in on her, bro. I can promise you somebody's gonna cash in on her. I do not foresee Nia Jax holding the WWE Women's Championship long. She'll win it. and then somebody will cash in on her. Maybe a returning Alexa Bliss. One could dream, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, this match was your standard match. It was a showcase for Piper Niven to show that she is a contender and a believable competitor and not just Chelsea Green's muscle. So what did you guys think of the match?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. It was more of this one kind of reminded me of Backlash when they were in Puerto Rico for Selena Vega, when we knew she wasn't going to win, but it just showed what she was capable of. And I think that was what this was more about. Now, in this case, I think it shows Piper as, like you said, a legitimate mid-card champion, or maybe even a surprise women's champion winner if they were to do something like that. I don't know, but I thought that she was very good. Bayley did a great job selling for her, and then Chelsea Green being Chelsea Green, I thought was great. I thought it was a great match overall with everybody involved.
Not gonna lie, Coach, man, I'm pretty shocked at that. I really was expecting you to say this was a piss break match.
No,
I'm excited to actually watch the match.
I was invested in that match. At that point, the Cardinals were already losing 5-1, so I was like, screw this. I'm just going to be focusing on Clash at the Castle now.
Figures. See, what did you think?
I don't know. Like, not. Man, how can I say this? So, as I was catching up, because I was at work during this pay-per-view, so when I got home, I just pretty much skimmed through it. Because I already knew like what the results were. I still wanted to watch and see how everything played out. So I just skipped towards the end of that match because I was not intrigued. Knew Bayley was gonna win. I just wanted to see what the ending spot was. So she did like the what was it? It was like some type of
crucifix roll up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I'm like, and just didn't do it for me. I was like, not that type of ending, man. I thought she would have, if she was gonna end it, the Bayley to belly suplex off the mid rope would have been the way to end it. Honestly. But yeah, I don't know. It just didn't do nothing for me. Shout out to Piper Niven for proving herself that she can hang in the ring with some of the top dogs in the division. But yeah, I don't know. I love Bayley. Don't get me wrong, man. This title reign ain't doing it for me, bro. Like it's been underwhelming so far. I don't know about y'all.
I don't foresee her staying face for long because it's not working.
It don't work anymore because she changed her character, and so she's not the lovable Bayley, give me a hug person anymore. Like like she's far removed from that, and so I think I feel like it's meant for her to be a heel. Honestly,
yep, I'd agree.
Yeah. She did such a good job as a heel that you don't see her as a face anymore.
It's just that we cheered her in her turning phase because one, Damage Control is fucking trash, and then two, we wanted her to get her WrestleMania moment because she hasn't really had her true WrestleMania moment, especially when it comes to winning gold. So that's really why we cheered for her to win at Mania and get her moment. But now that it's over,
I to be real with you, I ain't even cheer for her at Mania. I'll be honest with you.
We know that, yeah. And the predictions went well. Actually, not even the predictions. Like back when, when she won the Rumble, like you made it known, like you ain't care for it at all. So we know.
If you're gonna bring back face Bayley, I understand progressing yourself as a character, but that lovable Bayley character was so loved by so many this version of Bayley just isn't good. It just ain't. It's not entertaining. It's not fun. It's not funny. She's trying to be like, she's almost trying to be like the female version of Cody Rhodes, but it just don't work. You know, it's not working for me. I don't like it. I'm not enjoying it. I've not enjoyed it ever since she turned. The only part about her turn that I enjoyed was when she learned how to speak Japanese just so she could talk to them in Japanese and understand what they were saying. The looks on their face when she started speaking Japanese, that was perfect. Yeah. After that, every single part of that whole feud just went downhill, and her whole face run has been crap ever since, man.
Aside from all of that, did you see that bodysuit though?
See, we.
Hey.
All right, let's move on. Anyways,
Bayley was looking good. I just had to say that, man.
It's all good because actually, I'm calling it. Sorry, folks. I know I said Alexa Bliss coming back, and she probably will come back, but Charlotte Flair is winning that Money in the Bank.
No.
Charlotte Flair is winning the Money in the Bank, guys. It's happening, and she's gonna walk out either of Money in the Bank or SummerSlam with the championship. Listen. Hey, look, we booked this. I'm telling you, I promise y'all, it's happening. And every single time I say this, guys, it always pisses my co-hosts off. But it's the truth. It's going to happen. Charlotte Flair is going to be a 16-time world champion soon.
Let her stay in the WNBA with the LA Sparks. Please let her keep playing basketball, man. Like, she ain't got to come back to wrestling, bro. And if anybody is confused as to what I'm talking about her doppelganger, Cameron Brink, who plays for the LA Sparks in the WNBA. They look alike. Pull up a picture side by side of us two. You'd be like, damn, that's Charlotte Flair. Like, let her stay in the WNBA. She ain't got to come back to the E, man. She ain't got to come back to the E to wrestle for the world title. Like, no. Let her stay away.
It's going to
happen. Andrade can go make babies and do whatever they need to do.
He's already the WWE Speed Champion.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, here we go with this.
Oh, Virgil, you know you got to do it.
All right. Oh, yeah, I sure did mention it.
Mike, don't you do it. Don't you pull up that damn title, man.
Do what? You talking about
what? There it is. There it is.
You talking about this title right there?
Power Ranger Operation Overdrive title belt.
What?
I hate it.
This beautiful championship that looks like the Defender wheel of Power Ranger Zeo?
Them joints they used to sell in Walgreens back in the day. Man, bro.
All right.
I just love his reaction to that every time.
All right, folks. So last match of the night, Drew McIntyre comes out and makes this epic Scottish entrance or whatnot. He's played out by a Scottish band named Scotland the Brave. And like I said, they play one of the official anthems of Scotland, and they walk around the ring and whatnot and play. And then obviously Drew comes out to his music. I was fully expecting Broken Dreams to play, but like I said, the only Broken Dreams reference we got was at the kickoff event yesterday, where he told Damien Priest that he's basically recited the first lines of Broken Dreams. So outside of that, you didn't hear anything else about Broken Dreams the whole time, which I thought sucked because that song is way better than the song he has now. Anyways, like I said, Drew is feeding off this crowd. The crowd is cheering for him louder. I mean, like louder than ever. You would have thought it was a soccer match happening in there right now, not a wrestling match. The way that this crowd is going crazy for Drew. They do the heavyweight championship fight style entrance and announcement of who exactly is wrestling and everything like that. I expected something more out of Damien Priest, like his entrance, but I mean, he's basically gave you like he was coming out for Monday Night Raw. Like it was just another title defense for him, which was another reason I thought he was going to lose this match at first. Anyways, feeding off the crowd energy, Drew is red hot coming out the gate. Like I said, a part to note in the match as Drew is mounting offense, Damien Priest tried to jump out of the ring, but got his foot caught in the ropes and dang near probably tore his foot apart, tore his whole leg apart. It was a dangerous misstep. It was a moment that looked like it could have really hurt him and probably cost him some time. He looked injured and hobbled for a lot of the rest of the match. And then once things get settled down, like I said, Drew is kind of working them over. They're going back and forth, trading offense with each other. And then, like I said, Priest hit a couple of South of Heavens that looked like it was going to be over. There were a couple of good last second fall finishes that looked like it was going to be like the end of the match, but obviously they each kicked out of it. And then obviously, like I said, Drew also hit that spot where he hit the Claymore, and you thought it was over, but that's not what happened. And then he hits another Claymore after the ref gets knocked out the ring. And once that happens, CM Punk arrives, and literally Drew is counting. The crowd is counting for Drew as he is pinning Damien Priest. CM Punk slides into the ring with a ref shirt on, counts 1, 2, takes the knee, and gives him 2 fingers. And literally, like I said, Drew gets up, CM Punk gets up, they're in each other's face. Drew can't believe what's happening. He's irate, grabs CM Punk by the shirt, pulls him over into the corner. CM Punk then takes a kick and kicks that man straight in the nuts. And obviously then from there, rolls out the ring, and Damien Priest hits him with the South of Heaven chokeslam. 1, 2, 3. The crowd is shocked. Some fans were excited to still see CM Punk and talk to him or whatnot. I really thought they all were going to hate him, but I mean, some people were still happy to see him. Crowd shocked. Drew is irate, and Damien Priest slides by with another skittish win on this tweener championship run where we don't really know if he's a face. We don't really know if he's a heel. He's just a champion. So what did you guys think of this match? What were your reactions and thoughts?
So I want to go back to that spot with when Priest got caught up in the ropes.
Yeah.
I'm in between thinking that was an actual botch or if that was actually planned. Because if you think about any other match when the ropes get when people get tangled up in the ropes like that, it's usually a planned spot.
Sure.
When that happens. And when I saw that, it was, I mean, and I give credit to Drew there. So, and I think Drew made it look like it wasn't planned because he pretty much helped him undo the ropes because he's like, oh, I can't win like this. I can't win the championship. So, I mean, I'm in between on if that actually was a planned spot or if that was a botch. I don't know that. And credit to Priest for still selling the injury if he was selling or if he was just actually hurt. I mean, he gave a one-legged razor's edge on one of his moves. So I was like, dang, that's impressive doing that one-legged pretty much. I also want to give a shout out to the WWE production crew for what they did with that CM Punk reveal because it had me fooled that it was CM Punk because you just see the back of him coming in and I'm thinking, okay, sorry, let me back up real quick. When the referee went flying, like did a terrible job selling that, you could literally see him jump into the barricade. That was my first reaction. I was like,
that's why he's paid to ref and not to wrestle.
Exactly.
Not the best look there, but man, I understand what you're trying to do. My first thought was Judgment Day was going to come out, and then I was praying for somebody to say his name to come out as well, but that didn't happen. It didn't happen.
You got to wait on it. Let it simmer.
I
know, Toronto.
Toronto, maybe Tuesday.
Oh, definitely Tuesday. If there ain't a Joe Hendry sighting Tuesday in NXT, then WWE did something wrong because Joe Hendry, I am full on expecting. I'm watching that whole show full on expecting one thing to happen, and that's Joe Hendry's music to hit. And when it does, I might throw my TV off the wall. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but something's gonna happen. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. No, you're fine. Then anyway, so then we have our typical.
Y'all done talking about Joe Hendry?
No, we're never done talking about Joe Hendry. You're going to get on board one of these days with Joe Hendry.
I know. Nope. I told you it's only one way I'm going to get on the Joe Hendry train. And this is if something crazy happened and I have to. We talked about it last week.
Yeah. Something crazy is going to happen. He's probably going to be him versus Swerve. Him versus Swerve. My bad. Him versus Strick at a pay-per-view, dude. Whatever. Keep going.
All right, I will. So yeah, and then just that typical like, oh, the referee's knocked out. Like, what's going to happen? And then you see another referee coming down, and you just see him slide in, start the count. And my first indication that it wasn't him was the shoes, because I was like, when does a referee wear red shoes like that? And that's when before he stopped his count, I was like, oh my God, that's CM Punk, isn't it?
Hey, referee. Hey, referees got swag too now.
Most of them.
Hey, they ain't got to always wear the black Stacey Adams from Payless, man. You know,
most of them wear the black Stacey Adams from Payless though.
Hey, they got some swag too now.
But all in all, I thought really, really great match. Ending kind of surprised me because I really thought Drew was gonna do it, but it just builds for what they're going for between Punk and Drew's rivalry. So I'm for it, even though I I wasn't a fan of the finish, like as an actual fan. But if we're looking long term, I get it. I get why we did that.
Long-term booking. Triple H makes us wait. I mean, we've been screaming we won the title on LA Knight for 2 years almost now, or I feel like almost like a year and a half, and he's just now getting to that spot where he'll get the U.S. title probably here at either SummerSlam in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, what In Vogue say? You're never gonna get it. Hey, to our viewers, I'm going to make a lot of references to songs on this podcast, so just beware.
No, you're never gonna get it.
You're never gonna get LA Knight and the world title.
Tragedy. But
yeah,
what you think of the match?
My thoughts of the match. I was shocked that Drew didn't win. I thought it was a lock that he was going to win it. Honestly, I didn't think CM Punk was going to show up to cost him the title. I thought, if anything, Drew would win, and then on Monday, Priest would come back and be like, hey, I want my rematch, and then Punk comes out like, hey, I want a shot at the title, we got unfinished business, blah, blah, blah. So that probably would have led to a triple threat between those three at Money in the Bank. Yeah, man, it was a great match. Drew showed out for the crowd, for the hometown crowd. At this point, I'm over Priest as champion.
Dag.
Yeah. Like, for me, like, being an old school wrestling fan, like, I give certain wrestlers a certain time frame to show me that they about it as a champion. And so for me, with Priest, I feel like, and like you said, Mike, he came out to the ring as if like it's just another match. Like,
Yeah, no, you're the champ. You got to make your presence known.
Yeah, it's like he has this nonchalant attitude. Like, I know we've had champions that have had that attitude before, but for him, it just feels different. Like, we were happy that he cashed in and won, at the time. But like, I don't know, I just feel like it's one, like the hangover, like Coach would say, the hangover effect. Like, what's going to happen after the fact, after you win it? Like, what can you do to convince us that you're the champion? That can
a champion is here to stay.
Yeah. Like, what can you do to convince us that you can lead this brand, as the champion? And I feel like
that's on booking though.
He's not doing enough for me to do that.
That's on booking though. See, you like I said, you got the booking has to book him better. The most believable feud. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand who he took the championship from, but the most believable feud is literally him versus Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
That feud will cook. That'll be a good feud. But
so
you already have him.
Do you think
wrapped
that's what's
up.
coming now? Do you
It
think
needs
that's what's
to.
It's got to be.
It needs to because because Finn Balor has tried for the longest. He had 3 chances to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and like I said, and everything is set up for the feud to happen, and that feud will be good because then you pick a lane with Damien Priest. He'll be a face, obviously. Finn Balor will still be a heel, and you got Damien fighting the Judgment Day every week and whatnot, and you might even get a Damien and an R-Truth moment too. Like I said, so I mean, there's multiple things that can happen from this that'll be good and be entertaining. But you have to pick a lane with Damien Priest. Is he a face or is he a heel? And what are you doing with him? Because not his title reign, like Claude said, it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be like, man, skip this. I don't care about this anymore. You know?
Well,
and it's gonna be a lot of people clamoring. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's all leading to SummerSlam when he'll face Gunther.
Boom. I demand all your adoration for the ring, General.
Keep forgetting about Gunther and his role in all this. He gets
Gunther.
Yeah.
Listen.
So it would be a quick feud, pretty much, though.
Clearly, he's winning it.
Listen, they showed a whole Gunther highlights like after the pay-per-view, and Gunther wasn't even on the show at all.
Yeah,
they showed showed his Intercontinental Championship reign, and then after that they showed his ascension to King of the Ring and everything like that. So he's
about to hold that title for a long time.
Till Mania, at least till Mania, maybe longer.
Yeah, probably not as long as the IC title, but like he's going to win because obviously you got Money in the Bank. Whoever wins that, it depends on whoever cashes in. But
it's just me, Oos. It's just me.
To the viewers, I don't hate Jey Uso, the man. I love his theme song. I just don't think he's world champion material. I just don't.
Why not?
Sorry.
Why not? If Daniel Bryan can win the championship,
people are just meant to be mid-card title winners or tag team championship winners. That's just the way I feel like.
I can agree with you on that, but Jey Uso, you can't call somebody main event Jey Uso and then not give him a championship.
They the ones who gave him that name. You know what I mean?
Any last thoughts on this pay-per-view? Any last thoughts on this pay-per-view before we close? It's because he finna make me mad. He first he hated on Joe Hendry, then he hated on the speed, and then he hated on main event. Nah, it was hate. There's a lot of hating that just saying.
Oh man.
Man, you're like CM Punk, hater of the year.
Oh my gosh.
I can't do that. CM Punk got me beat on that one because hey, I ain't costing nobody no world championships out here, bro.
Hey, facts. That's big facts. That's big. Unless you're gonna get in tune with Jeff Jarrett's promotion down here and slide in the ring and call somebody a time.
Hey, quick side note.
Yeah, do a run in.
When CM Punk came back, did any of us have him feuding with Drew McIntyre on like a bingo card or anything? Because I honestly thought it was gonna be Seth Rollins. But I feel like
it was supposed to be.
Injuries messed up all of that. Like I did not foresee Drew McIntyre being like anywhere near CM Punk. But when CM Punk came back and Drew McIntyre made that one comment about CM Punk, I was like, now it's more than one person that don't like CM Punk. You know, so
it's been entertaining though. It's been entertaining. I'm not mad that it happened. I'm actually thankful it happened because I think, like I said, it's been really great this summer to see them two. And I really like the way WWE has kept CM Punk relevant, even in the fact of him being injured and not necessarily being able to wrestle. The promos, the times he shows up, which he also in the post-media scrum said he expects to go get cleared Monday, so he'll miss Raw, but he will be at Friday Night SmackDown because Friday Night SmackDown is in Chicago. So, like I said, this week of wrestling, if you don't watch any, if you are a casual wrestling fan, this is the week for you to watch everything. Just plan on either recording everything, set out a day, make sure that you got time, and just chill and just watch wrestling because it's going to be a great week.
What channel T they come on again?
Discovery Plus. But you can also subscribe to their YouTube channel, and you can watch all their shows on the YouTube channel, which is what I do.
Oh,
that's where I get that for TNA.
Okay.
Yeah. So
good price wise.
Huh?
Price wise, it's a good good deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It ain't terrible. It ain't terrible.
Okay.
But
right, I can dig.
That is all, folks, for our very first live episode. I promised you guys once we got over 1,000 subscribers that we would go live. We got over 1,000.
Guys, thank you.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for backing us up, for supporting us. And we're going to continue to move forward with the We Book It podcast. So
and this isn't even the whole crew.
Oh yeah, I was going to say from Fritos, from Tank, from Big Daddy C, from Coach, from myself, Virgil. We appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, comment, like, post, share. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon.